Welcome to this explainer. If you're anything like me, you probably have a shelf absolutely stuffed with books at home. But how often do you actually stop to think about the physical journey those pages took before they ended up in your hands? Today, we are demystifying the whole thing. We're going on a dynamic, step-by-step manufacturing tutorial right across the factory floor to see exactly how a manuscript transforms from a digital file into that physical object you're holding. Let's get into it. Just look at this number, 21. We usually think of a book as the solitary work of an author typing away in a quiet room, right? But bringing that book to life in the real world takes a highly orchestrated ballet of up to 21 skilled factory workers. Manufacturing a book requires this incredible, seamless blend of heavy machinery and human craftsmanship. From the second the raw paper arrives to the moment the finished book is loaded onto a truck, it is a finely tuned collaboration. Okay, let's dive right into our factory map. We'll be walking through 1. Intake and preparation, 2. The 5-color printing process, 3. Assembly, that's folding, binding, and trimming, 4. Quality control and delivery, and finally, 5. The factory workforce. Section 1. Intake and preparation. Before a single drop of ink even touches the paper, a dedicated team of technical managers has to plan out the entire blueprint. In our manufacturing tutorial, step 1 is intake. This is where a 1 to 2 person team gets the order from the publisher and locks in the vital specs. We're talking the exact quantity, physical dimensions, the specific paper stock, page count, and of course, the deadline. Once they've got that nailed down, we move to step 2, prep. Another 1 or 2 technical managers step in to check the digital design files, schedule the ink and paper, and assign the production workflow. Basically, this pre-production phase guarantees the whole factory knows exactly what they're building before anyone even flips a switch. Moving right along to section 2, the 5-color printing process. Imagine the sheer sound and scale of this room. Blank paper is fed into a massive, continuous pulley system that's designed to keep the sheets perfectly flat and stable at super high speeds. Under the watchful eyes of just a 2-person print crew, this paper literally flies down the line. And it doesn't just go through one machine. It passes sequentially through 5 separate printing machines. Each one adds a single, distinct color layer to the page. It's this rapid, incredibly precise sequence where the colors build up, layer by layer, until the vibrant, final print emerges at the end. Let's move to section 3 and see how this builds. Assembly, folding, binding, trimming. Now, to really understand this next zone in our tutorial, we need to learn a critical piece of industry jargon: the signature. When those massive sheets come off the printing press, they aren't single pages yet. They're huge sheets containing multiple pages. So a 3-person folding team feeds them into a machine that creases and collapses them into small booklets. Those are the signatures. They're neatly collected and arranged in the exact right page order. Honestly, without perfectly folded signatures, you simply don't have a book. Here's how that entire physical assembly comes together in 3 rapid-fire steps. Like we just saw, step 1 has 3 workers creating those folded signatures. Then, in step 2, a different 3-person team takes those collated signatures and feeds them straight into the binding machine. This is where heavy-duty glue is applied to the spine, officially fusing all those loose sections into one solid block. But we're not quite done. The edges of a freshly bound book are usually uneven and kind of closed off by the folds. So, in step 3, the books pass to a final 3-person trimming team. They use these massive cutting machines to slice off the excess paper on the top, bottom, and side edges, giving the book that sharp, clean look you see in the bookstore. That's 9 dedicated workers in this zone alone, literally just folding, gluing, and cutting. Section 4. Quality control and delivery. Now, what's really interesting about this phase is the absolute sheer level of scrutiny applied here. A specialized 2-person quality control, or QC team, steps in, and they meticulously inspect every physical detail of the books coming off that trimmer. They check color accuracy so the ink perfectly matches the design. They verify the page order so no signatures got mixed up. They test the spine to make sure the glue holds strong and the pages won't just fall out. And they're looking for 0 cutting errors. If a book has a wonky trim or faded color, this team catches it and pulls it right off the line. Only the absolute perfect products get a pass. Once QC gives the green light, the finished books move to the final staging area. First up, a 2-person packing crew takes over. They accurately count out the order, bundle the books to protect them, pack them into sturdy boxes, and slap on the shipping labels. Finally, in step 2, 1 or 2 logistics workers load these boxed orders straight onto the delivery trucks. From there, they're dispatched to bookstores, distributors, or directly to the client. And with that, the physical manufacturing journey inside the factory is officially complete. Section 5. The factory workforce. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we were talking about at the very beginning of this explainer. Look at this breakdown. You've got 1 to 2 people taking the order, another 1 or 2 prepping the files, and 2 running those massive 5-color presses. Then the labor heavily concentrates in assembly, right? 3 folding, 3 binding, 3 trimming. Finish it off with 2 inspecting, 2 packing, and 1 to 2 driving. That is 9 distinct departments functioning like absolute clockwork. This continuous, synchronized teamwork across 18 to 21 people is what maintains that relentless production momentum. As one book is being boxed, another is being printed, and another is just getting prepped. It really changes your perspective, doesn't it? A book isn't just a vessel for ideas, it's a physical triumph of modern automation and dedicated human craftsmanship. Think about the precision required to fold those signatures, the watchful eyes checking the colors, the heavy machinery slicing the edges to absolute perfection. So I'll leave you with this thought. Next time you pull a book off your shelf and crack open the spine, will you just see the words on the page? Or will you feel the weight of the 21 skilled workers and the roaring factory machines that built it? Thanks for joining me on this tutorial, and keep learning.